Hello, this is Beth. Nice to see you all again. Today I'm going to be talking a bit more about the star nations, the great star nations, which are beginning to connect with us again on this planet. As I said in my previous video, like humanity has basically fallen away. Basically our frequency lowered over many centuries, and this meant that we could no longer connect with the star nations. However, what's happened is as we go through the current ascension process on the planet, our frequency is again rising to a level where we can now connect with the great star nations. Like I said, they've always been there. We just lost our ability to connect. But now that we're reaching this higher level, the star nations are being able to connect back down with us now. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the star nations, the main star nations that are coming through. There are a lot. So I'm just going to concentrate on some of the main ones and using the mandalas that I made and I showed you in my first video. So let's start. This one. Okay, now can I just remind you that these ones, none of the templates here I have produced. These are all produced by an artist called Lydia Hess. What I've done is pick templates which match the vibration of certain star nations, and then I've channeled the colours. I've coloured them in. But the energetic energy of the actual mandala helps me to connect with the star nations. So this one, as I mentioned in my first video, is Lyra. Now the Lyrans are a very ancient civilization, thought to be the forerunners of humans, which is interesting. It is said that in ancient times they were very advanced, very technologically advanced, but the trouble is what happened on their planet is that they started to fall out and fight. Now what happened then is some of them left, some of them went to the Pleiades, some of them came to Earth, some of them went elsewhere, and obviously they've all evolved in that direction, in those directions. But the Lyrans now that we connect with can be any of those, but basically a lot of the Lyrans we connect with now are very, very playful, very loving, very intelligent. They give out a lot of light through the head centres. So like I said, this is Lyra, very interesting. We also have Arcturus. Now the Arcturians have become very popular recently. I've seen quite a few people teaching Arcturian healing. Quite a few people have Arcturian guides coming through. The Arcturians are thought to be some of the most technologically advanced of the civilizations in the galaxy. They like to keep the energy quite pure. They are very highly technologically advanced. They have state-of-the-art spaceships. They're often seen as very advanced sort of like beings or people type, humanoid beings with blue skin. So you often see them with like blue skin, which is why I've done this a lot with the blue. It's also said that the Arcturians, Arcturus itself forms like a gateway between birth and rebirth, which is very interesting. So there we are, that's the Arcturians. Here we are, here's the Pleiades. This is one that's very popular. Now the Pleiades, also known as the Seven Sisters, are another gateway. They say because the Pleiadians are very humanoid, they're very similar to us. So they have very much humanoid bodies. However, they are much more technologically advanced, communication-wise, spiritually, very advanced people. So what happens is quite often a lot of the other souls from other planets will go to the Pleiades and spend time there to get used to existing in a physical body. Because many of the extraterrestrial nations exist more in an energy form or a very different type of body. So they'll often go to the Pleiades in order to get used to being in a more of a physical body. But the Pleiadians, very advanced, like I say, healing-wise, psychically, telepathically, also very eccentric. They like their own space as well. So here we are. That's the Pleiades. Now let's have a look what we have here now. This one's interesting. This is the Sirius star system, or Sirius, also known as the dog star. However, there are many planets up there. It's not just one planet. Sirius is the water planets. So there's quite a few different ones up there. It's thought to be the planet or planets where the whales and the dolphins have originated, and that they are spiritually, communication-wise and intellectually more advanced than humans. So part of the reason that the whales and the dolphins have incarnated on this planet is to bring their energy with them onto this planet to basically to help raise the frequency of humanity. And we're currently seeing at the moment, seeing as we've got this coronavirus situation, that a lot of the seas are clearing, and a lot of the whales and the dolphins, well, the dolphins in particular, are beginning to come in closer to the land. About time, really, isn't it? Anyway, so this is the Sirius star system. The Syrians in themselves, very interesting, because it is thought that the ancient Syrians had communication with us, particularly within Egypt. A lot of information with regards to the stars. Else was it stars, and I think it was with medical items and things as well. They also had a connection with the Mayans. There's evidence that they connected with the Mayans, or the Mayan system, the Mayan civilization. So, and they had quite a personal connection with them, rather than a more academic one like the Egyptians. It would tend to be more personal with the Mayans. So there we are. Very, very interesting. Right, we have this one. It's one of my favourites. This is Andromeda. Now, Andromeda, the people that originate from here, or the beings that originate from here, depends how you look at it, very much connected with nature and the natural world. That's why there's such a lot of green. Very intellectually advanced, technologically advanced, very advanced medicines. It is thought that there are two main civilizations here. But again, you see in Andromeda, there's different stars, star systems and things. So here, you have the ones that are much more like us, very humanoid. There are also another nation which appear very tall, and they're like winged beings, and they say they're very much like hybrids between sort of humans and angels. So it's very interesting how this can make us think about the different other entities and beings that we come across in the universe. You could say that maybe angels are another star nation. All sorts of different things that it makes us think about. So here we are. So this is Andromeda. Now, the thing is with Andromeda, they don't easily connect with humans because they are so advanced technologically and telepathically and so on. But it helps for them to have an intermediary, which is where we have the Antarians come in here. Now, the Antarians are basically the race of shapeshifters. What they like to do is travel between different nations and planets. They love to learn. They are the explorers and the shapeshifters of the galaxy. So they will go to other planets and they will blend in. They will incarnate there and live like those beings. And then they will go to other planets and connect with them and spend time there. But there are many Antarians on this planet as well that often incarnate into the human race. And they're coming much more to the front now, same as with the other star nations. So, but I'll talk all about the incarnated star seeds and things another day. For the moment, this is the Antarians. Now, because they are so good at connecting between different star nations, they directly connect between humans and the Andromedans. Like I said, the Andromedans here that I've just mentioned. Here we go. The Antarians are able to connect directly between the two. So they form an intermediary. Okay. Now, that's where I'm going to stop for now. It's only 6 main mandalas here. So I've talked about those star nations, but there are so many others. We have Orion, Atolla, Cassiopeia, all sorts of different star nations, which I will talk about in later times in another video. So today, thank you very much for watching, and I will be in touch again very soon. Bye.